In this video, I'm going to show that it is impossible for LeBron to be the NBA GOAT because he has these unfavorable stats and situations on his resume. In my opinion, anyone that has these things on his resume is simply not eligible for the GOAT conversation, period. Also, stay watching to the end as I will post, I think, the best NBA GOAT argument I have ever heard between LeBron and MJ. Here we go. So the question is, how can LeBron be the GOAT if? Number one, LeBron is the undisputed king of total turnovers in the history of the NBA. Yes, LeBron has the most turnovers ever by any player in the history of the league. Many LeBron fans brag about the total points record. Why not turnovers? Is that the inconvenient part? While LeBron James has the most turnovers ever, the second player is not even close. That player is Karl Malone. Malone played 19 NBA seasons and has 500 less turnovers than LeBron James in 20 seasons. Malone had an average of about 240 turnovers a season, so he would need 2 more full seasons to just tie LeBron. As I say all of this, most LeBron fans would use the excuse that LeBron played more seasons and that he has the ball more than Malone, a lot more. I would agree with that argument as it concerns Malone, but let's take on Kobe Bryant, who had the ball a lot to the point where he was sometimes called a ball hog, and he also played 20 seasons. Kobe has 1,000 turnovers less than LeBron James has. That's right. You know what else? LeBron is number 11th all time in turnovers per game as well. So no, this total number is not only due to how many years he has played, he's simply a turnover machine. James averages 3.5 turnovers per game behind only these 10 players: Trae Young and Russell Westbrook, Luka Doncic that averages 4 turnovers a game, Magic Johnson with 3.9, Isaiah Thomas with 3.8, John Wall, James Harden all averaged 3.7, Allen Iverson averaged 3.6, and Stevie Francis is tied with LeBron James for the average of 3.5 turnovers per game. Do you know what position Jordan's at? Jordan's number 31 in total whole career turnovers, with 2,000 turnovers less than LeBron. At what MJ averaged per game, which is 2.7 turnovers, even if MJ played 5 more seasons to have 20, he would still have about 1,000 turnovers less than LeBron, but more points. Imagine that. He averages less than 76 other players on the per game average list. He's 77th in average turnovers per game, while James is 11th. You're going to tell me Jordan didn't have the ball as much as James does? Come on. John Stockton, for example, averaged more turnovers per game than MJ did at 2.8. John Stockton has less turnovers per game, while he played more games than LeBron as an actual point guard. Number 2 for that question. Many say LeBron is also a so-called pass-first guy. So that's why he has all those turnovers. That's an excuse used a lot. Well, if he's a pass-first guy, why is he about to be number 1 all-time in missed field goals in the history of the NBA? I can say John Stockton is a pass-first guy, but he's nowhere near close to a number 1 all-time missed field goals. Kobe Bryant right now is the top dog in all-time missed field goals while playing 20 years in the NBA. He has a total of 14,481 missed field goals. LeBron James is just behind him now at 13,978. All he needs is 503 missed shots, so he's going to be number 1 in missed shots all time as well this season. Doesn't sound like a GOAT to me, does it? Don't even try to use the argument that Bron had more points than MJ on less field goals, because that's stupid, and here is why. LeBron James shot 6,641 threes in his career and made 2,293 of them at a 34% clip. Jordan shot 1,778 threes in his career and made 581 of them at a 33% clip. So LeBron has had less shots to score more points because he had an extra damn point from 1,712 extra three-pointers he made. If you don't take that into consideration, you don't deserve to be taken seriously as a basketball fan. MJ got all of his points on twos, the harder way, with more shots because of it. The game has changed. LeBron shot thousands of threes more and is only 1% better in career percentage. Impressive. Number 3. LeBron James has the most finals games lost in the history of the NBA at 33 finals games lost. LeBron is also number 3 all-time in NBA Finals series losses at 6. LeBron lost 6 NBA Finals in his career and has 4 titles. Before you say LeBron went to the most NBA Finals than anyone, that's not true. Kareem went to 10 NBA Finals as well and won 6 of them. I was looking through that list multiple times, and you know who I did not find? Michael Jordan. Jordan never lost in the NBA Finals. Ever. Jordan went 6 and won 6.
But we did see motherfucker win three-peat twice. After three-peated, then took a year and a half off, then came back and three-peated again. I mean, it all depends on how you measure it.
100% success rate while going to the NBA Finals. 6 for 6. Every single time Michael Jordan had a full season and was healthy and reached the NBA Finals, you know what happened? He won. Number 4. Let's look at defense. Michael Jordan, in 362 games less played than LeBron, has for some reason 306 more steals than LeBron. Jordan averaged 2.3 steals a game, while LeBron averages 1.5 steals a game. So LeBron turns it over more, yet gets it back less. LeBron at his 6'9" frame is also averaging exactly the same in blocks that Jordan averaged, 0.8 for his career, almost 1 block per game. 3 inches taller, mostly a small forward, yet nothing more in blocks. Let me sum it up with this and tell me if this looks like a resume of a greatest of all time NBA player. Most turnovers ever in the history of the NBA. Most missed shots in the history of the NBA. Most lost finals games in the history of the NBA. Accused of quitting in a finals series by his own teammate.
But you're going to say somebody that quit in the finals at the end of everything when all the marbles on the table, but that you're going to say he's the greatest of all time. I can't buy that.
Thank you.
11th overall in turnovers average per game in the history of the NBA. Those are the biggest ones I had to mention. You make your decision and tell me what you think about LeBron being in the GOAT conversation. I personally think he's been out of it for at least a decade. Now, as promised, here is the best NBA GOAT argument with James against MJ I have heard in a very long time. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and take care.
I ain't never ever seen a player in NBA history that worried more about the GOAT conversation than LeBron James. And LeBron, if you go back, anybody go back and watch this podcast, I done defended LeBron about how if a motherfucker say that they feel like he's the best player, I ain't gonna argue with him. I have never seen a player who fights so hard to try to be the GOAT. If you gotta sit up and tell motherfuckers you the GOAT, then you ain't the GOAT, unless you're Muhammad Ali. The unfortunate thing about your career is that Michael Jordan did more than you in less period of time. The Cleveland Cavaliers had you for 11 healthy years. You won 1 championship. The Chicago Bulls had Michael Jordan for 11 healthy years. He won 6.
He's cold.
Like, quit. And then people be like, well, LeBron went to 10 championships and did this and that and all sort of shit. Look here, LeBron James the only player that we celebrate how many times he went to the bitch house.